Okay, so why am I still playing Super Mario Land? Well, there is plenty of Mario ROM hacks that use inspired assets from this game in particular. The whole Sarasa Land being a different place for Mario is cool. And also this reminds me of, well, how much assets from the Flower Kingdom in the upcoming Mario Brothers Wonder will probably be used in every ROM hack ever. I'm gonna have to avoid newer ROM hacks every time a new Mario game comes out. This happened with Mario Maker, where they just use a bunch of Mario Maker music in their mods. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'll play Mario Maker, and I'm just gonna cut them off of the pass by playing Wonder first. Also, I'm gonna have to avoid the internet when the game's released, because I know it will happen. Prosify Gaming or some shit will probably be like, alright, you wanna see what all the bosses look like on the front page of YouTube? I'm like, please go away. I wouldn't even mind them suggesting the video, but you don't put the spoilers in your thumbnail for a game that has just been released. I'm just saying. I mean, certainly a thought. Anyway, I have to, avoid too many videos regarding it. I did watch some previews just to see how the game was played, and yeah, I'm sold. The big one being, the big thing I didn't even think about when they were discussing the game is that there's no actual time limit on these levels at all. So it's gonna be like Mario 2, which I'm kind of free to just do anything I want, except for certain parts that are time limits, like when you get a Wonder Seed or something, like if there's a race. But I mean, the timer's not gonna kill you basically, and that's a really powerful thing. Honestly, I understand getting rid of the whole time thing entirely, unless you're trying to do a time attack mode. When it's in normal gameplay, you're like, well, so much for exploration, I better run as fast as I can. Or alternatively, be allowed to have the timer set to 0, but don't kill him. Just reward more points based on how much time you had left, and if it's none, then you get none. Do that. It's like optional time attack stuff. So this doesn't play like a typical Mario game, even though you'd think it'd be like Mario Brothers. But I mean that in the way the platforming is. I can't really describe to you how it feels to try to jump as this version of Mario, but it definitely feels kind of off. Yeah. Also, to find the right time to stop these videos in between worlds. And that turns out to be when I'm getting 1, 2, or 3 lives from that bonus game, which you always get from beating a boss, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you get like a fire flower and you're, excuse me, super ball flower, whatever you want to call that, super ball flower is effectively a fire flower. Anyway, super ball flower. If you get the super ball flower power up while you're already a super ball flower power up, then you get a weird buzzer go boom 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 boom. So that and the sound for actually powering up if you don't have it at the time of getting it. And both of those sound effects I wasn't going to consider timing at the right time, so I try to purposely make sure I got a life, or 2 or 3. That means I wouldn't always get 3 lives at the ends of these videos. Oh, well, this is awkward. I know about this invisible floor, but I do not recall how to crouch as Big Mario or crouch run in this game. I was just watching a video on how dude was doing it, and somehow I've forgotten. Oops. So yeah, this Sarasa Land seems to be based off of mystery conspiracy theory things. Conspiracies regarding Egypt, the Bermuda Triangle, Easter Island, and ancient China stuff at the end. Because the final boss of this game is an alien. Now, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's probably aliens. It's weird. It's very weird. That's how we like it, though. We like these things, and yeah, Super Mario Land was probably the earliest example of being a very different Mario game despite having the same mechanics, and I'm glad we're trying that again with Super Mario Wonder. I can't love it enough. I'm gonna get it on release. I'm actually postponing what my own birthday gift for myself is gonna be, just so I can wait for that game to come out. Then I'm probably going to pick up the Sonic Superstars thing for Christmas. That one can wait. Plus, I need to know if that game will actually not exactly be bad. I don't think it's going to be bad, though. I think it's gonna be like Kirby's Return to Dreamland, but Sonic. Is how I think. Speaking of, should do with the avenue of this Game Boy stuff, I need to start on my Kirby playthroughs, don't I?
I sure do. Let me mark that down. To-do list, Gaming Wolf plays Kirby.
I think the real question is, do I do Kirby Dream Island 1 before Kirby's Adventure or not? Probably, yeah, you know. Plus, Kirby's Dream Island 1 has a second quest, which I'd also do, so maybe I'll just do Kirby's Adventure first. So in the third level of World 2 and World 4, it becomes a shoot-'em-up game. Yeah, I don't know either, man. I don't know why the invincibility music is also public domain. I'm doing the can-can music, but it is.
Sacre bleu, is doing the can-can.
Alright, now I'm not saying you're stupid fish, but if you're undead while also in the ocean with regular living fish, I think you might be the odd one out. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Now, there is a Super Mario Land DX hack, which is someone, like, added all the colors so it'd work in, like, a Game Boy Color. But, well, first, I don't want to account for glitches. And second, it actually changes the sprites. It's not just giving them color. So I don't know if they'd stay true to it. Now, if you want to place the DX patch, please do. It's kind of like what I might say about Doom level mods, where some people make their own custom midis for those packs, and that's fine too. But you know, I'm trying to go with original behavior for these things, and even though changing the music wouldn't really affect my gameplay, I still wouldn't need to necessarily do it. Plus, what if you update the music in the future? I know you will. Giant seahorse. It's probably a dude. The male seahorse is gonna be pregnant. Oh shit. Male seahorse. What the hell? I just like how we call it a seahorse, where it's just like, it's in the sea and it looks like a horse. It is nothing like an actual horse. We are bad at naming things. This has been established. So luckily I off-screen get off the submarine vehicle. Today I think I shall be an octopus. How many octopi do you count? Yes. This is why the Little Mermaid really needed 8 legs. Oh, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Finally, Mario can consume alcohol. This is amazing.